What we see only makes up 5% of the universe apparently, the other parts being dark energy and dark matter. But what is dark energy and dark matter? Maybe anything the scientists don't know that messes up their equations? Could dark matter be the big error in the theory of gravity, like sorry Newton? For some context, I only made it up to 11th grade physics, so maybe not. After that I kinda spaced out. Space jokes. But anyways, my name is Abby and today I'm bringing you top 10 mysterious discoveries found in space. Let's get right into it. Starting off at number 10, we have the WOW signal. In 1977, Big Ear Radio Observatory at The Ohio State University, it got its name from the WOW written in red pen beside the numbers representing the signals that were caught. In 2006, astronomer Antonio Paris suggested that the WOW signal from 1997 was a natural phenomenon created by a comet. 22P Christensen was the name of the comet they were thinking, and it emitted bizarre radio signals, was kind of what they assumed it could be. But the original astronomer who discovered the signal, Jeremy Amen, said no way. Well, really what he says, we can't believe that the two comets theory can explain the WOW signal, so same thing to no way. Some think the signal could be from another space mystery, a blip in the machinery, or possibly extraterrestrial life. Maybe aliens were trying to send us a little voice memo, but our tech wasn't really ready. Who knows? This leads me to our next one, which is another kind of signal. At number 9, we have repeating fast radio bursts. Repeating fast radio bursts, or FRBs, are brief bursts of radio waves from deep space. There's not an agreement on what they are or where they're coming from, but there have been talk that these flashes of radio energy could be coming from a supernova remnant or a neutron star orbiting a black hole. When it comes to repeating fast radio bursts, it's different than just regular FRBs. Since they aren't as jumbled and disrupted through their journey, it's thought they come from a calmer environment. This idea is supported by the fact that repeat FRBs are also about 10 times longer in duration than standard FRBs, 10 milliseconds to 1 millisecond respectively. What could the calmer environment they are coming from be? Say it with me now. Aliens. Aliens, calmer environment, they're just like beep beep beep, they're just trying to get in touch with us. I'm thinking, we're just not ready. I'm gonna keep saying this. That's what I believe. But at number 8, neutrinos, aka ghost particles. Now, I'm not going to even attempt to go over the physics too much because I stopped that the second I stopped studying for my grade 11 physics exam in high school, but I'll dive into neutrinos at their basics. At their basics, neutrinos are tiny particles with almost no mass and nearly no charge, kind of neutral like their name. Since there's not much to them, they're similar to nothing. Nothing as in the concept, nothingness, and because of this they get their moniker ghost particles. They travel at near light speeds and originate from stars and supernovas, which means the sun also gives off neutrinos. But the cool thing is that neutrinos can come from really far and have a lot of energy. Last year, scientists were even able to trace one really energized one to a galaxy about 4 billion light years away from Earth. There's a lot we don't know about neutrinos, which is kind of where the mystery of them lies. I didn't even know they were a thing before like last week. It's cool. But on to number 7, EXOMOON. For a long time, scientists were only able to locate moons within our own galaxy. We found exoplanets, sure, rotating around stars outside our solar system, but exomoons have been tougher to locate, possibly due to their smaller size. It was a mystery in itself, wondering if moons were just a thing in the Milky Way, but an exomoon may have been discovered last year. It's about the size of Neptune and it orbits a huge exoplanet called Kepler 1625. It's a big moon, bigger than any of the moons in our solar system, but the mass ratio of planet to moon between Kepler 1625 and the exomoon is similar to Earth and our moon. So there's exomoons! There's so much we don't know, and we're just starting to explore it. But talking about moons, let's talk about number 6, Enceladus. Enceladus is one of Saturn's moons. New info about it and its plumes that rise from its subsurface ocean came out in the journal Nature. Its plumes are apparently home to some complex organic molecules, and one study detailed the latest data. In a statement by study co-author Christopher Glein, a scientist that specializes in extraterrestrial chemical oceanography, he says they found organic molecules with masses above 200 atomic mass units. For some context, that's over 10 times heavier than methane. Cow farts. just context. With complex organic molecules emanating from its liquid water ocean, this moon is the only body besides Earth known to simultaneously satisfy all of the basic requirements for life as we know it. So are we hopping over to ENCELADUS? But no, at least not yet. Could it get ready? Who knows? Space. But anyways, while we're still talking about moons that may host life in our own solar system one day, let's hit number 5, Europa, also known as Jupiter's moon. And yeah, it's covered in ice, but beneath that icy exterior is a salty liquid ocean, and scientists and researchers think there's a plume there. From what I've said about Enceladus, we know a plume means hope of some sort of life. Gases being released from below the surface indicate that there could be microbes living by or in vents deep on the ocean floor. That is, if there are the necessary ingredients to host that life. But maybe the discovery of these plumes is the first step, and next is to see what's in them. And we'll get there. Space is just it takes a long time to travel, get there, but we'll get there. Space. Elon Musk is trying. But enough about that, let's move on to number 4, a pinwheel star system named APEP. Out in space, scientists have discovered a Wolf-Rayet star system that involves 3 stars. 2 massive stars are orbiting one another, and another star is bound to those 2 by gravity, 8,000 light years away from us in the Milky Way galaxy. The result is a pinwheel-like star system with a wind of material and dust cloud and surrounding it. It has the first pinwheel-like star system discovered, so its future outcome is unknown, kind of like how it will end. So if it slows down, it could explode as a normal supernova like the end of any star's life, but if its speed maintains, it will collapse at the poles first, think like flattening, and produce a gamma ray burst, so just kind of cool looking. But if it's aimed at us, it could strip the ozone from our atmosphere. But that shouldn't be for a while because the Wolf-Rayet stage in a star's life lasts a few 100,000 years, so we shouldn't be worried about that. Cool instance either way. But let's go on to number 3, Bose-Einstein condensate. So this is a mysterious state of matter, and well, it's the 5th state of matter. We know gases, liquids, solids, 3 states of matter, and even the really cool 4th state of matter, the plasma state. But you know what's even cooler? Bose-Einstein condensate. In 2018, on the International Space Station, scientists cooled a cloud of rubidium atoms to barely above absolute zero. This produced a Bose-Einstein condensate in space. They did this with lasers to take energy away from the atoms, because when the atoms reach that low of a temperature, they clump and start to behave as a single atom, just like. And yes, while this state of matter was predicted on Earth by an Indian physicist named Satyendra Nath Bose, it became a reality in space on the ISS. But 5 states of matter, what's next? Parallel universes? Maybe. But let's look at another mystery at number 2, Oumuamua. Scientists discovered the first known interstellar object to pay our solar system a visit in 2017. Scientists were confused as to whether or not it behaved more like a comet or an asteroid when a reddish cigar-shaped object whizzed past us. It was named Oumuamua, and according to NASA, observations suggest this unusual object had been wandering through the Milky Way, unattached to any star system, for hundreds of millions of years before its chance to encounter with our star system. What makes Oumuamua really cool is its shape. Scientists determined the passing object's shape because of its brightness. Its brightness would vary by a factor of 10, as they hypothesized that it spun on its axis every 7 and a bit hours. Then they determined that its length was possibly 10 times as long as it is wide. But this is atypical, since elongated objects we have seen so far have been more than 3 times longer than their width. Like, it's not common for something just to be like through space. You think it's like a rock. So that's gotten people thinking, what if it wasn't a cigar-shaped rock, and what if it was like some other kind of visitor? You know? Do you catch the drift? Like they said the brightness varied, it was a blinking light on a spaceship. I'm just saying it could be. I also didn't continue with sciences, so don't quote me. At number 1, an absolutely massive black hole. A wild discovery from researchers at Australian National University was them locating a quasar, aka a supermassive black hole. It's 12 billion light years away, and it's the brightest quasar that can be seen at this moment. It's so massive and awesome and hungry that existing science on black holes kind of needs to be reviewed. What we believe to be true now is that black holes have a limit to how fast they grow proportional to their mass. This quasar is about the size of 20 billion suns, a big number, so if we use the speed limit formula to go back in time about 1.2 billion years to the Big Bang, it would be the size of 5,000 suns. What makes this so odd is that the average black hole is the size of 50 suns. 5,000 suns is huge, and how is it already that big so close to the Big Bang? Or is math for black holes and how fast they grow different? what is the truth? Science, explain. But those are all the spacey things I have for you today. The top 10 mysterious discoveries found in space, and that's a lot of info. I think space is really cool because there's so much out there that we don't know, and at the same time there's so much on Earth we don't know, really. And like, when you think about it, Socrates was right. I know that I know nothing. So what blows your mind? Let me know down below with a comment, and while you're down there, give us a like and a subscribe. But that's all I have for you today. Just hit me up with some mind-blowing information down below too. I want to know. Until next time, bye! Space.